Hello, lovely people. So I'm reading The Way of Hermes, the Corpus Hermeticum. This version is translated by Salaman, Oyen and Wharton. We're on Book 5, Hermes to Tat. This teaching also I shall fully expound to you, O Tat, so that you're not shut off from God, who is too great for a name. Understand that what appears unmanifest to many will become most evident to you, for it would not exist if it were not manifest to you. Everything that is manifest has been brought into being, for it has been brought to light. However, the unmanifest exists always. It does not need to appear, for it exists always, and it makes everything else manifest, though it itself is unmanifest, since it always is. That which makes manifest is not itself made manifest, for it has not been brought forth, but it brings all images to the mind in imagination. Things that are begotten belong only to imagination, for imagination is nothing but begetting. It's plain that the one is unborn and not imagined, and is unmanifest, but it appears as all kinds of images, through all and in all, and chiefly to those whom it wishes to appear. My son, Tat, pray first to the Lord and Father. He is single, but not the one, apart from whom is the one. Pray that through grace you will be able to perceive God as so great that even just one ray of him may shine in your mind, for pure perception perceives the unmanifest, as it is itself also unmanifest. If you're strong enough, he will appear to the eye of Nous, O Tat, for the Lord appears in his bounty throughout the whole universe. Can you see pure perception and take hold of it with these hands and contemplate the image of God? But if you cannot see what is within, how can God, who is himself within you, appear to you through your eyes? If you wish to see him, consider the sun, the course of the moon, the order of the stars. Who watches over this order? For all order sets a limit by number and place. The sun is the greatest god of the gods in heaven, for whom all heavenly gods give way as to a king and master. He who is so great, greater than the earth and the sea, supports the turning stars. He has them above him, although they are smaller than himself. Does he stand in awe of anyone? Does he fear anyone, O son? Does not each of those stars which are in heaven follow a similar, if not identical, course? Who has ordained to each the direction and size of its course? This great bear turns around itself and carries the whole universe along with itself. Who has acquired that as an instrument? Who has thrown boundaries around the sea? Who has set the earth in place? For there is someone, O Tat, who is the creator and master of all these things. It's impossible that the place, the number, and the measure be preserved without him who created it. For all order is created, and what is out of place and out of measure is not created. But not even that, my son, is without a master. For if the disorder is in need of order, when, so to speak, it stops the normal working of order, it is nevertheless under a master, albeit one who has not yet brought it within the bounds of order. Oh, that you could grow wings and fly up into the air, and that poised between earth and heaven you might see the firmness of earth, the liquidity of the sea, the course of the rivers and the free flow of air, the piercing fire, the revolution of the stars, the swiftness of the heavenly movement encircling all these things. What most blessed vision, O son, to behold all that in one moment, the unmoving being moved, the unmanifest being made manifest through what it creates. This is the very order of the universe, and this is the beauty of the order. If you also wish to see God through mortal eyes, who are on earth and in the sea, consider, my son, man being formed in the womb, and examine carefully the skill of God's work, and understand who creates this beautiful and godlike image of man. Who has outlined the eyes? Who has pierced out the nostrils and the ears? Who's opened the mouth? Who's stretched and fastened the sinews? Who has conducted the veins in their channels? Who has strengthened the bones and covered the flesh with skin? Who has separated the fingers? Who has widened the soles of the feet? Who has bored the passages through the body? And who has stretched out the spleen? Who shaped the heart like a pyramid and joined the sinews together? Who broadened the liver? Who hollowed out the lungs and made the stomach capacious? Who has fashioned the most honourable parts so that they may be seen, and concealed those parts which are unseemly? See how many skills arise from one substance, and how many forms are made by one impression, and all things beautiful, all things measured, all things varied. Who made all these? What mother, what father, if not the unmanifest God who created all things by his own will? No one says that a statue or a portrait has come into being without a sculptor or a painter. Then has this work come into being without a creator? What blindness, what sacrilege, what mindless arrogance! My son Tat, never deprive the works of creation of their creator. He is greater than anything the name of God implies. So great is the Father of all, for he is single, and his work is just this, to be Father. If you force me to speak more boldly, it is his nature to conceive all things and create them. And as without the Creator nothing can come into existence, so he would not exist eternally if he had not always been creating all things, in heaven, in air, in earth, in the sea, everywhere in the universe, everywhere in the all, in what is and what is not. There is nothing in all this which is not himself. Both the things that are and the things that are not are himself. For the things that are he has made manifest, and the things that are not he contains within himself. This is God, greater than a name. He is unmanifest, yet he is most manifest. He can be perceived by nous. He can be seen by the eyes. He is bodiless. He has many bodies, or rather every body. Nothing is which he is not, for he is all that exists, and he has therefore all names, because all names come from one Father, and that is why he himself has no name, for he is the Father of all. How can you be praised to others or to yourself? And where shall I look to praise you? Above, below, inside, or outside? For you there is no direction, no place, nor any other being. All is within you, all comes from you. You give everything and take nothing, for you have everything, and there is nothing you do not have. When shall I sing your praises? For it is not possible to find your hour or your session. I'll read that again. When shall I sing your praises? For it is not possible to find your hour or your season. For what shall I praise you? For what you have created, or for what you have not created? For what you have revealed, or for what you have hidden? And why shall I praise you? Because you are of my own nature, because you have what is your own, because you are other. But you are whatsoever I am. You are whatever I do. You are whatever I speak. You are all things, and there is nothing else. Even what is not, you are. You are all that has come into being. You are what has not come into being. You are nous, and what is apprehended by nous. You are Father as you create, God as you are in every action, the supreme good, as you are the cause of all. That was the end of Book 5 of the Corpus Hermeticum. I hope you enjoyed that. I'll see you at Book 6.